Hello everyone, this is Janice, and today I am here with the Giant Flowers Cricut cartridge. I had to borrow it from Arlene because if you're just joining me recently, my Gypsy broke and I had to send it back to Provocraft. And it's been, tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I sent it to them. I did talk to someone over there yesterday and they said that it should be going out soon if it hasn't already. She tried to see if there was a tracking number on it, but there wasn't. So anyway, I'm using Cricut Craft Room and I selected the poppy. Okay, so we're going to be making that one. I already made one. I gave it to my friend Darylyn Hofer this morning as a little thank you because, anyway, that's a whole other story that I don't want to get into right at this second. I just want to kind of get started with this because this might take a few minutes. So anyway, that's why I don't have one to show you because I already gave it to her. So I'm going to show you here that the book is fantastic, and if you don't, you're not sure if you even think you would use this cartridge, I would go on Cricut.com and go look at the digital handbook. I actually have that on my computer, but we're going to look at this one since I have the book. Okay, so this is going to be a red poppy, obviously, and I used paper from Recollections, the 8.5 by 11, and basically it used a 6-inch by 11-inch piece to cut the red petals, and then I had a scrap piece for the purple and another scrap piece for the white, and then I cut this out of some green paper from, I think it was a Joann's Coordinations cardstock. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, it shows you here in the book that you need 4 of this petal and you need 3 of that petal, okay? And then you just choose whatever size you want to cut it at. I don't remember what I cut this at. I think it wasn't quite 4 inches, but it wasn't, I think I tried it at 2. And then I just increased the size of it to, I think it's a little more than 3 inches. I'm not sure what it was. So I wouldn't cut it as small as 2. I think that's just too small to work with these little pieces. All right. So this is the first piece that's right here that 4 of the petals go into. And this is what I did. Oops. Sorry. I used my good old crimper. This one is one that I got from Joann's a long time ago. Probably about 6 years ago or so I got this crimper. So poppies, you know, have kind of a crinkly look to them. If you've ever seen one in real life. I fell in love with poppies when I was in high school. I was really into fine arts, and I still am, but I discovered Georgia O'Keeffe, because maybe it wasn't when I was in high school. No, I think it was. My stepsister gave me a poster that she bought at the Metropolitan Museum of Art or something like that. I think she went to go see an exhibit of Georgia O'Keeffe, and so she gave me that as a gift, and I loved that poster. I had it up in my room all through college, and so I love poppies because of that, because of Georgia O'Keeffe. So just a little background, and I love flowers because my father was in the flower industry in New York City. He worked in the flower district, and so I pretty much had exposure to flowers from all over the world. I used to love going to work with him and looking at all the pretty flowers that were there from literally all over the world. Okay, this is a binder clip that I bought at Target, a huge pack of them, and they're tiny. So I'm using those just to kind of hold on, because what you have to do is put some, this is Scotch Quick Dry, even though it's in this bottle, it's Scotch Quick Dry, and it does clog in this bottle, but I like the fine tip. I think it's just the nature of Scotch Quick Dry, that's why it clogs, because it's quick dry, you know. So no complaints. Love Scotch Quick Dry, but I love the Tombow too. Okay, so I'm trying to do this quickly, but I want to show the whole process so you can see, you know, what kind of time commitment these are. They are a time commitment. They're not a quick, fast. I wouldn't say it's a beginner type of cartridge if you're, you know, just starting with paper crafts. I mean, you can be the judge by watching this video. If you don't like something that's time consuming, you probably won't enjoy this cartridge. I love it. I find it therapeutic. I don't mind that they take the time that they do, because really, if you think about how long it takes to grow something like this, it's pretty quick, you know? Or how expensive it is to even buy fresh flowers. They're very, very, very expensive, which you probably know. So Adrienne this week is taking standardized achievement tests. Even though he is homeschooled, I felt it was important for him to get acquainted with that whole testing procedure, you know, bubbling things in, you know, the patience, the attention it takes to do that, I think is important, and it's something that I know eventually those tests are going to be online, and they probably already are, but I really wanted it to be administered by somebody other than myself, because he's always with me, you know. So I just want to see how he does, and I want to see how I've done being his teacher for first grade. So I want to evaluate myself. So the teacher that he's sitting in her classroom, it's at the Christian school that I used to teach at. And he went there for preschool as well. You bend these back, okay? Gotta bend them to shape them. We'll do the 4 big ones first. So anyway, he had his first experience with the SATs with Mrs. Hofer over at Orlando Christian Prep. If you're looking for a good Christian school for your kids, check it out. I have a wonderful VPK program there too. So I wanted to thank her by making her something. I turned her into a Cricut lover the year I taught first grade. And so she has her own Cricut, so she appreciates. All right, let me see. Okay, so we're already at almost 9 minutes. And I'm just taking my craft knife and just kind of opening these little slits up to make it easier for these 4 petals to go in here. So I just literally, it's kind of like the skeleton of the project. And then we're going to use those little tabs to build our flower. And I may do that as a separate video. Turning it into a flower on a stem so you can put it in a vase, which is what I did for her. And you see the pretty vases I found at the Dollar Tree. So yes, I gave it to her this morning, or Adrienne handed it to her, and she was, you know, tickled and thankful, and she loved it. She's a pastor's wife, so I told her, I said, oh, this would be great. This cartridge would be great for ladies' events and things like that. But, you know, as you can see, it is quite time-consuming. And, you know, you have to kind of know what you're getting into. I don't think I'm going to volunteer to make this for a huge event because it's a lot of time. I just don't have that kind of time these days. I can make a couple flowers, but I'm not going to make, you know, like 50. That'd be a lot of time. Okay, so there. So that's what you do. You just put these in there and see those little things are sticking out. And what I did was just kind of glue them down on the back. You could use hot glue for this too, obviously. Whatever your choice of glue is. And then this will sit and dry for a few minutes while we work on the next layer. Now this one is, if I had to compare it to the rose has lots and lots of petals to cut out. That one I think took a whole 12 by 12 to make. And this one only took 6 by 11, like I said. So not as many petals. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Just clean my fingers. Alright, then there's another little circle here that has 3 slits, and that is for the next size of petal, the smaller petals that you cut. I'll take the little binder clips off of here. And just stick them in there. Pretty simple, really, if you think about it. Okay, so there. So there's the next layer. Now I used hot glue. This is not hot glue, this is low temp. So I'm just going to adhere that to the center here.
Yeah, can you get my iPhone, please?
And then, okay, so there's going to be a part 2 to this video.